And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage.
That we're going to discontinue from our heritage Passover, being called the Israelites,
Which is the spiritual Sodom and Egypt.
Your name is Tony.
And
Egypt. So we took those slave ships to where? Egypt, here in America.
Right.
Babylon the Great is Egypt. Another word for Egypt is bondage. See this? When we came here, it's shackles and chains. A lot of our brothers still are in shackles and chains, fill up the prison house, but we're also spiritually in shackles and chains. We don't know who we are. We don't know where we come from. We don't know what our purpose is. We don't know why this happened or more. That's what the Lord say about his people. For our disobedience. Everything. Not just a little bit. But everything. To the point now we got to work. We're gods and princesses on this earth, and we got to work. Because of our disobedience. Read.
Jeremiah chapter 17 and verse 4. And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage.
The Lord say, thou, even thyself, shall discontinue. You ever had a pair of shoes you wanted, and then you went to the store and say, sorry man, we don't sell those no more. They've been discontinued.
Right.
Oh brother, what you do? You work with your hands. What you do, sir?
Electrical wire cutter.
You're electrical. You say you do what?
Electrical wire cutter.
Electrical wire cutter, right? It might have been this cutter they made back in the 60s that your granddaddy used to have that worked real good. They're like, sorry, sir, it's been discontinued. We don't make that no more. That's what the Lord say about his people. We read it again.
And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage.
That we're going to discontinue from our heritage Passover, being called the Israelites, keeping the Sabbath day, not eating pork, crab, lobster, keeping the dietary law. Guess what? That was our heritage. That is our heritage. But when we broke God's commandments, we took on somebody else's heritage. That's why we no longer keep Passover. That's why we no longer keep the Day of Atonement, the Feast of Tabernacles, the Feast of Unleavened Bread. Now, guess what we keep? Thanksgiving, Christmas, Valentine's Day, Sunday worship church. Now we're Baptists, we're Catholics, Buddhists, we everything except for what? The Israelites. Because we discontinued from our heritage. Because why? We broke God's commandments. And that's the thing. We don't know what sin is. We just say, oh, it's doing something wrong. But it's a little more than that. Doing something wrong according to who? Watch that. Read.
Jeremiah chapter 5 and verse 25. Your iniquities have turned away these things, and your sins have withholding good things from you.
There's nothing good that ever come to the black community. Why? Because we're in the midst of sin. We're breaking God's commandments.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord.
Start at 47.
Verse 47. Because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness and with gladness of heart, for the abundance of all things.
We think we serving God when we go to these churches. We ain't serving God. You're not serving God. You serving this guy here.
That's right.
You serving him. You remember, if in the church they teach another image, it's another gospel that come with that image.
Right.
That's what we just touched on. That's why you're doing all the things you're doing. It's because this the image here they put on us as a people.
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies.
The Lord said because we're not serving him with joyfulness and gladness of heart, he said, therefore, you're going to serve your enemies. Right here. Our enemies. We have enemies. And that's in the Bible.
Right.
It's in the Bible. We're not speaking our own words at all. We're reading the Bible.
Right.
Look at this. You see us in the cotton fields? You see the yokes of iron upon our neck? The auction blocks? We getting beat by the Arabs? Yes. All of this right here is your history.
Right.
And it happened because of disobedience. Your dad, they say be in the house before the street lights come on. If you don't do it, are you gonna get accolade, good job, or you gonna get a beating? A beating? I know, hey, you look like you from the old school. You know, what about you, young man? They still beat kids these days? You still get beatings? You don't, but you used to, right? So check it. Nobody is giving their kids like accolades for not listening to their parents, right? Nobody. So what's the difference from our Lord and Savior? Right. What's the difference? We expect our Lord to just let us do whatever we want because he died for us. You think he died for us just so we could do whatever we want? No.
Therefore shall thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee.
He broke his commandments. He said, you don't want to listen to me? You gonna serve your enemies. You gonna go serve the white man. The basis of all men on earth, you gonna serve him.
Right.
The Lord said the white man's the basis of all men. They at the bottom of the bottom. They under the basement.
Right.
But we serve them. Read.
In hunger.
In hunger. So when hey sis, come back. All right, get your umbrella. So when you are hungry, the Lord said you're gonna serve your enemy for that food. You understand? Read it again.
In hunger.
In hunger. When you go to Burger King, go to Huddle House, go to JJ's, go to Red Shark, all these different restaurants, guess what the Lord say? You're gonna serve your enemies in order to get that food. Bro, you're a God on earth. Why in the world you gotta go to another nation for food? Why you gotta pay for food if you're a God on earth? You understand that? It's because of our disobedience. Read.
And in thirst.
And in thirst. Water fall from the sky. Sister said, I gotta go get my umbrella. Water fall from the sky. Why we gotta pay for water? Come on. Why is it a law that you can't catch water? If you do, you go to prison. Does that make sense? The Lord said because you're disobedience, you're going to serve your enemy for that water. Now the water you drink got chlorine in it. Now they're taking poop water and cleaning it and pumping it into your pipes at your house.
Right.
The Lord provided water for us, but they say you can't drink it. The Lord provided for us. Read.
And in nakedness.
You want clothes. You got to go to City Trend. You got to go to Rose. You got to go to Walmart. You got to go to Claire's. You got to go to Fashion Metro for your clothes. Right? But guess what? We didn't have to do that prior to slavery. When we kept God's commandments, all of that was provided for us. We had the baddest garments. Our sister had the baddest dresses. That's where all the nations get their style from. They get it from us. Not what we got today, but what our forefathers did, what Christ had on.
And in the want of all things.
Anything you want. You want a driver's license. You want religion. You want a birth certificate. You want a death certificate. Whatever you want to get married, guess where you got to go to? You want to leave America. How many of y'all got passports? In order for you to go to another country, you had to go get permission from Massa. That's all that passport is. It's saying that this is property of America. Make sure you take care of my property and you return my property in one piece. That's what that passport is. The same thing we used to have. To go from one plantation to the next plantation, they're like, yeah, he's a freedman. He got a paper. You remember that? You ever seen the movies? Django? Hey, Django was a freedman. He had a piece of paper that allowed him to go from plantation to plantation. You see that? Same thing with a passport.
Verse 58. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
So keep in mind, Moses delivered us out of Egypt the first time we walked out of Egypt, right? Everybody tracking that, right? Read.
With ships.
But the Lord said we're going to go back into slavery again. Well, he said Egypt again with ships. The first time we walked out of Egypt. So why do we need a ship the second time? Because this Egypt is not talking about Egypt. It's talking about a spiritual Egypt.
Revelation 11 verse 8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the streets of the great city.
So the great city, What's the greatest city on earth, they say? What's the greatest nation on earth? America. So that's what the Bible is referring to. That great city. Babylon the Great, America. Read.
Which spiritually is called Sodom.
So America is spiritually called Sodom. You know what happened in Sodom? All the homosexual stuff in Sodom. Guess where it's happening there today? Right here. You got brothers in dresses. You got women on women. They passing laws that man and man can marry, adopt babies. You know? This is spiritually called Sodom as well. Right? Read.
Which is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt.
And what?
And Egypt.
And Egypt. So we took those slave ships to where? Egypt, here in America.
Right.
Babylon the Great is Egypt. Another word for Egypt is bondage. See this? When we came here, it's shackles and chains. A lot of our brothers still are in shackles and chains, filling the prison houses.
Right.
But we're also spiritually in shackles and chains. We don't know who we are. We don't know where we come from. We don't know what our purpose is. We don't know why this happened to us. Right? So that's to my next question. So we learned that all of these things happen because we broke God's commandments, correct? So what are some of God's commandments that we must be keeping?
Yep.
You on, William? I'm gonna ask you because you've been here quite a few times.
Don't steal.
Huh?
Don't steal.
No, don't steal.
Respect the others.
Respect your elders. Okay. All right. What about you, Uncle?
Don't cover the neighbor's wife.
Okay.
No, like don't kill, of course.
Okay. I know him, but I don't remember. All right. What about you, sis? Okay. Forgiveness. All right. All right. So y'all notice, y'all was naming from the 10 commandments. You know, it's way more commandments than just those 10. God's commandments are still in effect.
Right.
You understand? Read.
Leviticus chapter 11 and verse 7.
Hold on. How many of y'all eat pork? My sister. You? Eat. Do you eat pork? Yes or no? Okay. All right. Read.
And the swine, though he divide the hoof and be cloven-footed, yet he cheweth not the cud.
The Lord said, yet he cheweth not the cud. So chewing the cud meaning this when the food goes down, the animal regurgitates and it go into another chamber.
Right.
Like a cow. A cow has 4 chambers of stomachs. You understand? Different chambers in the stomach to help break the food down. You ever seen a cow just chewing, like laying down just chewing? Like just chewing? They're not physically just walking around eating, but they might be sitting down just, you know how they do, right? Guess what? They're chewing the cud.
Right.
That's what they do. Chew the cud, right? Well, read that again.
And the swine, though he divide the hoof and be cloven-footed, yet he cheweth not the cud. He is unclean to you.
He is what?
Unclean to you.
Read.
Of their flesh shall ye not eat.
So the Lord says the pig is unclean to you. Of this flesh ye shall not eat. The ribs, the chitlins, bacon, hog maws, all of that stuff. Chitlins.
Come on.
The Lord, look, hold on, sis. You see that face you made when we say chitlins? Pig feet.
Right.
You see that pig tail, pig heels, all of that stuff, right? Skins,
Right.
chicharrones,
Right.
all of that stuff. You're supposed to have that same reaction for the bacon, the ears,
Right.
the tail, everything like you did for the chitlins.
Right.
It's the same animal. The Lord say the whole thing is unclean. You're not supposed to eat it. The pig is used to what? Clean the earth.
Right.
To clean the earth. That's why the Lord put, would you eat a rat?
Hello.
Would you eat a possum? It's do the same thing the pig do. It's the same thing. It's a punishment for eating swine.
Yep.
Why you think all of our people walk around with high diabetes, high blood pressure,
Right.
gout,
Right.
They all kind of sick. You drive a Nissan, right? It's gas, right? What happened if we put diesel in it?
Come on.
Okay, so what happened if you put that swine in your body that the Lord said don't eat? It messes it up. You understand that? That's why our sisters' hormones be all over the place. That's why they pH balance be all over the place. I'm dead serious, sis. Because we as a people are putting things in our body that we are not supposed to. Your body is rejecting it. That's why a lot of our women walk around now with beards.
Right.
It's the body rejecting things out of it. All the sores and mumps and measles, all that stuff come from you eating things that the Lord said don't eat.
Right.
That's what it is. And as soon as you go to the doctor say, hey, you might want to lighten up on that swine. That's what we want to do right. That's when grandma want to do right. Why everybody got a big mom? Cause everybody got a big mom. Big mom, she big too. I know I got two big moms, they big. But guess what? It's because they're not keeping God's commandments. It's because they're not following the dietary law.
Isaiah 66 and verse 15. For behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind.
Does this sound like hugs and kisses so far? He said the Lord will come with fire with his chariots like a whirlwind. Read.
To render his anger.
So what?
Render his anger.
To render his anger. Read.
With fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire.
Read.
For by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh.
Read.
And the slain of the Lord shall be many.
Read.
They that sanctify themselves and purify themselves in the garden behind one tree in the midst.
So it said they that hide themselves behind these church walls, in their houses, they praying. Let's see what they praying over. What you think? That swine? Let's see what the Lord say. Read.
Eating swine's flesh.
Eating what?
Swine's flesh. And the abomination.
And the abomination. So the Lord say the swine is abomination, the shrimp, the crab, the catfish, the lobsters, all the things that black people want to get when they get a little income tax, right? You know, everybody want to go to Benihana's and get this shrimp, the unlimited shrimp. They want to go to the crab boil. All those things are abomination. The Lord said that he's going to come back with his fury, his anger to punish those that's eating those abominations. Read.
And the mouse.
And the mouse, that's your coon, that's your possum. I know growing up, a lot of people used to eat coon, possum, squirrel, the things that the Lord said don't eat. Hell, the Chinese people eating rat right now. Right? Read.
Shall be consumed together, saith the Lord.
The Lord said all of our people that's eating these unclean food, guess what he's going to do? He's going to put them to death when he returns. So you shouldn't put things in your body that the Lord said it will mess it up. Right? Read that.
Deuteronomy chapter 22 and verse 5. The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man. Neither shall a man put on a woman's garment.
So it says a man should not put on a woman's garment. What's a woman's garment, my sister? A dress, right? So it says a man should not put on a dress. Is that happening today? Welcome to Babylon the Great. Right? So let's go back to the first part. So y'all agree, a man should not have a dress on, right? Y'all agree on that, right? Yeah. Let's see about the first part. Read.
The woman.
Now we're talking about our beloved sisters, the woman. Read.
Shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
So what are those garments that pertain to a man?
Come on.
This is the one that be hard for our people. Pants was given to Aaron and his sons, the men. The Bible call them breeches or hosings. If you go look it up, that's pants. My pants got a zipper. Your pants got a zipper. What is the zipper for? It sure ain't to help you get them tight behind things on. No, it's for a man to relieve himself without dropping his pants all the way down to the floor. That's why our women, that's why our black women lead the race and going missing. They have all kind of diseases. Because let me tell you what happens when you attract, when you advertise your body a certain way, you attract dogs. You attract dogs. You're a man. You're a man. Which sister you go after first? Hold on. Let me ask you a question. Let me set the stage real quick. The one that's showing her big behind, or the one in the dress? Which one you leaving the club? You feeling good? You wanna go and hit something? Which one you going after?
The one that's more appealing.
The one that's more appealing.
Yeah.
Okay, which one would be that?
The one with less garments.
The one with less garments, less clothes. That's why women lead the nation in AIDS, herpes, syphilis, gonorrhea, chlamydia. You understand that? It's because our women are showing things off and attracting these no good men that they portray. That's all that we have in our community. That's why, listen, the Lord made you a certain way, sis. He made you to be for your husband only. So meaning, your husband should never get a sneak peek until you become your husband.
Right.
You understand that? Right now you got your clothes off. All the brothers out here, all the nasty men out here. Look at that old man, look at that right now. Look. Sis, all the pedophiles. We your brothers, we telling you the truth.
Where do you draw the line between modesty and vulgar?
Okay, modesty is not promoting sexual attention. So if you wear a dress, right? Some women wear dresses, but the titties be out. Or they wear a dress and it's so tight around their butt, it's like they naked. Form fitting, right? That's where you draw the line.
Matthew 5:28. But I say unto you that whosoever looketh on a woman to lust after her.
What would cause that man to lust after her? She's revealing stuff. She's showing things. You understand? Read.
Have committed adultery with her already in his heart.
You already caused your brother to commit adultery. You understand that? Just by showing him too much. You understand? And I'm telling you this as a brother. I'm your brother. All these men out here married. We all married, right? You understand that? We all married. We're telling you this as a big brother. You got to cover your body, all right? Let's get modest apparel in Matthew 26.
1 Timothy 2, verse 9. In like manner also, that women adorn themselves in modest apparel.
Modest apparel. You can wear a nice dress, sis. A nice dress. Read.
With shamefacedness and sobriety.
So most women that dress provocative, they always in other men's face.
Right.
They go to the club and get drunk. Right? The Bible describes them in Proverbs 7 as harlot attire. Right? So, are you a harlot?
Can you explain it?
Are you a hoe?
No.
Okay, so you're not going to dress like a hoe, correct? That's what the Lord's saying.
Right.
Cover your body up, right? Because the Lord say, oh, his daughter's going to dress modestly. A whore going to dress in modesty. You understand? So you're not a hoe, sis. Guess what you're going to do? Go home, cover your body up, stop wearing the pants. You're going to come to the school, learn by these senior sisters. You understand? And you're going to, one day, Lord's willing, have a husband that's going to respect you. You understand? And love you according to the Bible. You understand that? That's going to build you up. Don't you want to get married one day, sister? Absolutely. I know you do. All our women should desire to want to have a husband. Most women, they want to go find a husband at the church. And 90% of the men, I say 95% of the men, 98% of the men in church ain't worth the damn. I'm going to tell you straight, because the pastor ain't worth the damn. I mean, when I was going to church, the pastor was getting shot at by his wife for cheating on her. So, that's a pastor. And the Bible says the pastors ain't worth the damn. You understand that? So you got to put yourself in settings with righteous men, righteous women, in order to get that righteous vessel. You understand that? And it's only one place there. There's only one place here. Read that.
2 Thessalonians chapter 1 and verse 7. And to you who are troubled.
So our people are troubled. We're troubled people. We're going through oppression. We're the last hired, the first fired on our jobs. We're living from paycheck to paycheck. Our brothers getting shot down in the streets. Our people strung out on drugs. Our black women lead a nation in abortion rates. The Lord said, for us that are troubled, do what? Read.
Rest with us.
Do what?
Rest with us.
Tired of being in trouble, sis? Come rest with us. Come to the school. Learn your heritage. Learn who you are. Learn what God requires of you.
Across the earth, the prophets move. From city streets to distant lands, the message is the same. Israel must rise. Through every quest, every journey, the truth spreads. No border can contain it. No distance can silence it. Our nation lives in every moment. In joy, we celebrate marriages. In sorrow, we honor our dead. On the Sabbath, we gather as one. Families rejoicing together, bound by the commandments of God. Yet are we tried. From the stones in Kenya to the hatred in Montana, we endure as a soldier of the Lord. And still, the mission expands. On the airwaves, on the screens, in every nation under heaven, Israel's voice is heard. We build our communities. We raise our children in royalty. We restore what was broken. We clean what was defiled. We show the world who we are. This is Israel united in Christ. Nation in motion. Nation endures.